Cancer, what's up? Welcome back, beautiful spirit. We're going to do a quick little love message to see who has their eyes on you, and we're going to look at their intentions for you and any advice that's out here for you so that you can know, how to proceed. Any blocks, any opportunities that are coming up for this connection. Now, oftentimes, the person that is on your mind and your heart is also the person who has eyes on you. So as I'm doing this reading and I'm naming the aspects of the cards, the characteristics of the cards, you're probably going to get to a point where you're like, okay, I know exactly who this is. So pay attention to that. If there's anyone DMing you, messaging you, trying to do a reading with you, pretending to be me or any other tarot reader, friend, it is not me. Please report and block. All right, let's get into it. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides, for my lovely Cancer here. Who has their eyes on Cancer? What do you want us to know? Tell us about the person who has their eyes on Cancer right now. Let's see. Who is this person that has their eyes on Cancer? Okay, Cancer, here you are showing up in your own reading. Could be somebody else who's another Cancer. Could be some Scorpio energy here with the Six of Cups. And that could be a pretty decent connection if you're into other water signs. Some Aries energy here, looking out, seeing what ships are coming in. The Three of Wands here. Very fascinating. This person is probably someone from your past. You know this person. And they want to go further than than you went last time. That's what this feels like. Okay, and this is what's indicating this. The Six of Cups here being someone that you've been knowing for a while. And as I'm looking at this, the way that these cards are kind of facing each other and interacting with each other, to me, it's almost like you kind of looking into your cup, into the past, into the memory about, you all growing together, connecting with this other person, looking into the past, looking at you and thinking about how you all can go further this time around. It kind of feels like memory is a theme here with this person who has their eyes on you. So, we're going to look at the intentions here in just a moment, but it kind of feels like this person, you have some understanding about this person. And the good thing about this Cancer is because this is someone that you used to know, or someone from your past that brought good vibes to your life at a different season. At least you know what kind of person this is. At least you know the vibe of this person, and sometimes that can offer people a sense of protection and safety when trying to enter into another connection. But they feel like this can grow, and it does feel like this person feels like it can go further, and I keep saying this, than it did the other time or the other times that you all connected. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. So what is their intention? Tell us a little bit more about their intention for Cancer, their true intentions. What do they really want with Cancer, want from Cancer at this time? Let's see. What do they truly want from Cancer, with Cancer at this time? Okay, we're going to see here. We got the Ace of Wands. There's magnetism. Cancer, I feel like this person who has their eyes on you, I think you know exactly who this person is. You all are probably texting each other, probably remembering stuff from the past. It's your attention is on this person. They're highly attracted to you. Romantically, fire, passion. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. What is their intention? They feel spiritually connected to you. And oftentimes for me as a reader, the Six of Cups feels like a spiritual connection. It feels spiritual. Like our lives, they're always coming together for a reason. It's like the unfoldment of the spirit in some way. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. What is their intention for Cancer? Tell us a little bit more. What do they want with Cancer, want from Cancer? When they get around you, they feel comfortable for sure, in a good way. Feel welcomed. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little interesting. And I just saw this card, but I didn't pull it out. The Five of Swords here, as well as the Nine of Swords. This feels like this person this is unique because most of these readings have been somebody trying to hook up, somebody trying to, move in together, they want to be in a relationship. It's been all kinds of things. But Cancer, this is really unique because this feels like this person is wanting to connect with you to address some things that has happened in the past. This feels like somebody's wanting to get some type of closure from you. Okay? We're going to get some advice out here, but I'm already feeling like, a little bit of caution. Like this person who has eyes on you, it's almost like they're looking out about how to move on in their life, how to go beyond. And this could be somebody from years ago. But there's something about what they had with you and their attraction to you. They're wanting to, there's something that's still been on their mind and their heart about your connection. Maybe they feel like they did you wrong. They didn't do something right with you and they've matured a bit from that and it's still been on their mind. And right now it doesn't feel like it's because they're trying to mac you down and, be your lady or be your man, be your person. It just kind of feels like it starts with, can we address what happened when we were back then, when we were younger at that time? Last week for some of you, right? It's just more of like their intention is to kind of level this, to get closure from this. Something about what you all have experienced or gone through, probably at an intimate level, at the adult fun level, you can read between the lines. They still feel connected to you through that, and they're wanting some type of closure after that situation, after you all had your fun together, your time together, coming back to talk about it. God, angel, spirit guides, why is the 5 of Swords here? This is beneath the deck. Yeah, it kind of just feels like somebody's wanting to get some closure in some way. And closure looks so different on different people. Some people, their closure is they call you and they need to vent it out. Who got time for that? You decide that, Cancer. Some people ask questions. They want to take intel about how what their performance was like in a connection so they can do better. There's different styles of it, but this is definitely giving me the vibe of closure. Why is the 5 of Swords here? After disappointment, after disappointing words, after painful words, after a painful battle, this person's not over it, or they feel like you're not over it and they want to make it right. Why is the 5 of Swords here? Yeah, conflict. Another 5 card, 5 of Wands here. They want to make this right. It's been on their mind. So if you haven't had this experience already, you probably might get a knock at your door, an email, a text, a DM from somebody from your past. Could have been a relationship that it probably wasn't super serious, but it was enough where it was significant to the both of you, how it broke apart. Somebody did somebody wrong in some interesting way, and they're coming to talk about that. So be prepared for that. God, angel, spirit guides, what is the advice that you have for Cancer? Now let's see what you need to know, because we don't want any nonsense, right, Cancer? All right. God, angel, spirit guides, what is the advice? What do you want Cancer to know? What are the opportunities? What's the block here? What is it that you want Cancer to know about what's happening here? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Advice, please, for my lovely Cancer. The Empress upside down. Protective energy. The Page of Swords. Communication card. Protecting card. For those of you where the reason why you all ended, or the reason why you had turbulence in your connection, if it had to do with someone's mother, they're still very protective over them. If it had to do with your mother, you're going to find yourself wanting to protect, their honor. You're going to be protective over that because it's still kind of a sore topic. You want to be cautious about the way that you communicate here, because it has the potential to get a little bit nasty. There's still rawness here. Yeah, there's still rawness here, especially for those of you where someone's parent or mother, or again, parent, father, was getting in the way of the connection. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us more about the advice for the Page of Swords being upside down. What advice do you have for Cancer? So caution yourself, petty energy, you know, maybe getting on the phone and it start off nice and y'all start getting into the weeds of the conversation. When it starts getting tense, pull up out of that, or maybe don't even answer at all if you don't want that, you know. God, angel, spirit guides, Page of Swords. Tell us more. Why is this here for the advice? Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles, being a provider. Their part in the connection. Yeah, this is a cautious reading about this person coming back around who has eyes on you. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. What else? More advice. Conversations about money. God is undefeated, right? Yeah, some of you are going to have a long conversation and it's going to go up and down. It's going to be tears. It's going to be happiness. You're going to have a memory lane conversation with some people. Some of you, you're going to have a memory lane kind of conversation, and it's going to be up and down, up and down. And it just feels like there's a caution because it's like good, scary, up, down. It feels like it's because this person, it doesn't feel like they're trying to do this to hurt you. It doesn't feel like this person is trying to hurt you. But be cautious though. Some of you do have someone who's trying to have this memory lane conversation because they're still kind of in their pettiness. Be careful about that. You'll know. Maybe you don't even take the call if you don't want to. It's up to you. But some of you have a person in your past where they're really not, they don't have any intention. They just don't know what else to do but to revisit something from their past to try to make sense of where they're trying to go. And so just they have kind of surrendered, and the conversation is going to be up, down, addressing the heartbreak, addressing things that happen. It could be a co-parent for some of you. You know, they have things that they had grievances about related to their mothering, who provided what in a connection, somebody being overbearing. I'm just naming some of the things that this conversation might have. There's still a protectiveness. It's kind of like, you know, but then there are going to be words that come that are loving and kind. You know, why didn't you fulfill your promise on what you said you do? I thought you said you loved me, kind of thing. There's going to be a lot that's going to come out in this conversation, Cancer, if you take the call, if you go in that direction. That is what I have for you, my lovely Cancer. I love you, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.